We here.
Welcome to Talk That Talk, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk. You dig? You feel me? We don't play solitaire during the most important games. We podcast during the most important games. But we still watch it though. That's the craziest part. We probably watch more of this game while podcasting than Stephen A. did, and he's at the stadium.
Which is very sad.
That's crazy. But if y'all don't know, we are your humble host of Penny, EK3-Way, my dog 40 over there on the other side. Yeah, shout out to Bam and Rashard. They couldn't be here tonight. Yes. As you see, we're in a different location. We're kind of in the midst of trying to figure out what the fuck we gonna be posted up and giving y'all this content. That's why we couldn't give y'all an episode last week. If y'all were wondering, there's been finals going on, so y'all probably like, damn, nigga, what talk that talk? Come talk that talk for us. But life.
We here for you.
And you wanna know why it's life? Because y'all ain't fucking subscribe.
Hey, I was just about to say
you wanna know why? If y'all would have subscribed by now, maybe we would have had enough money to the point where niggas ain't gotta go to work. And then, hey, life don't happen, and we give y'all this content as much as y'all want. So with that being said, so how about y'all help us help y'all give y'all this content by hitting that subscribe button?
Because it's crazy, because I know multiple people personally that watch us faithfully.
Right.
Like, watch us every week. Really enjoy the show.
With the views, somebody gotta be watching.
Somebody watching.
At least 2 or 3 people gotta be watching every week.
Nobody subscribing.
It's like the red button, they allergic to it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also, make sure to check out all our social medias. We be posting on there as well. Our TikTok page.
As you can see, our handles for our social medias in the intro.
Yes.
So rewind, go back to the intro.
You can follow us all personally.
Get all that. You feel me?
Follow the pod page.
Follow the pod page. We're gonna start going live from the pod page eventually.
Yes,
we're gonna start going live from the pod page. We got a lot more coming for y'all.
But you know what though? We gotta have a certain amount of followers and subscribers
to do it on YouTube.
We gotta
go on YouTube. You can't go live on YouTube. So you gotta subscribe.
Yeah, I think we need 1,000 subscribers for YouTube, and we need 5,000 for TikTok.
So if y'all want live be over here, while we doing this, then you feel me.
Subscribe
once again. Subscribe.
Hit the button.
Because we got a lot coming for y'all. We got merch coming for y'all.
Yes.
We have a website that's going to be on the way come football season.
Yes.
Shout out to Street, who's going to be the lead man of our writing our articles for y'all. So, for those who like to read about what's going on, we're going to have
also
that.
bring back audio only soon enough. I know some of y'all like to listen to y'all podcasts. Y'all don't watch them.
We got shit coming this summer.
And also, I want y'all to know, unlike most other podcasts out there,
we're
not taking no off season after the finals.
No.
We bringing y'all content. Every week, every chance we get, we bringing it to y'all. We'll have plenty of topics, plenty of discussions, plenty of things for y'all to interact with.
And you know why another reason you should subscribe? Because we gonna have brand new shows coming.
Hey,
brand new shows coming.
Brand new shows.
I just want y'all to know, if y'all missed the main pod, y'all want to see some of us do some solo work, y'all want us to get into more of why Drake is a bitch ass nigga, then make sure y'all tune into me, because I know we do the after hours on the main pod, but we don't get to get real
facts.
You feel me? Because after hours is like 15 minutes. We try to limit that so we ain't in this bitch for 4 hours.
Facts. And there's plenty of other stuff like we be into, like wrestling. I know it's some of y'all out there that are
shout out to EK3-Way who will be the lead of the TDT WWE.
Because I for sure watch Money in the Bank.
You feel me? So we got things coming. So just subscribe. So that's it.
More little story.
We had a lot to update y'all on because we missed damn near 2 weeks.
Fact.
So there it goes. So now we about to get into these sports because this is TDT Sports.
TDT.
Yes, sir.
So speaking of sports, what's the most important thing going on right now? The finals, man.
Yeah.
We are in game
NBA, NHL.
5.
Yes.
Well, NBA.
It depends on who you talking to.
That is true.
I would say right now the finals takes precedent because it's about
at least both of them are very good series.
A little less than midway through the series.
Both of them are very good series and gonna be heading to a game 6.
Yes.
We're currently in the middle of game 5 of the NBA Finals. Right now, the Thunder have a 14-point lead going into halftime. Halliburton has 0 points at the half, 0 for 5 shooting.
Yikes.
Has been pulling grabbing at his calf muscle. He's had heat wraps around his back today.
Yeah.
He's pretty banged up. So having your superstar, your person that runs the offense is looking pretty bad for them to have this happen to him today. After I believe personally that they lost the finals in Game 4.
Blew it.
Why do you say that?
Because they had a 10-point lead in the second half.
Yep.
Momentum.
Crowd was crazy.
It was crazy. It was at a
crazy.
point where I was really thinking. I was like, damn. Everybody was talking about. It was like 10. Precisely. It was 103 to 98. This is before they went to go take that. They went on their little 5-6 run and take the lead.
Yeah.
I stepped outside for a second. I was like, oh, I can go do what I need to do real quick because this is 103-98. And Pacers, I think they got this hoe.
Yeah.
I get back in the room. It's 104, 103.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, what happened? So I had to rewind to catch up and see what happened.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander happened.
Everybody said I had to rewind.
I had to rewind because I was like, yeah, let me see what happened because I didn't see how they got this lead. And people want to talk about the push off / travel. Scott Foster was in his bag.
Dude.
He was
Don't
in his
get me
bag.
started
He
on-
was definitely in his
Hey.
bag.
The extenders, what they
Hey,
call
I'm
them.
gonna let y'all talk about the
Yeah,
extender.
I'm gonna let
y'all
finish,
talk about the
'cause I got
extender.
plenty to say about Scott.
So I'm not gonna put too much blame on the extender as everybody else. He did make some piss poor decisions and missed some calls and called some very shaky ones. But I just personally believe.
I don't like blaming on referees.
Yeah, I just personally believe the Pacers, like I told y'all pre-pod, at about 7 minutes after Obi Toppin goes on the fast break dunk after we're still, I just feel like because they called a timeout, Thunder called a timeout at that point in time.
Yep.
The Pacers probably reacting to the crowd, feeling the momentum of everything going on, feeling like, man, shit, we this close to being one win away from actually being champions. Actually, we really in the driver's seat. We win this game.
You win the
Basically,
game, you are in the driver's
We really
seat.
feel like we won the championship. We won this game.
3-1
Because niggas ain't
is-
coming back really from 3-1 like that in the
It's
league.
only happened once in the finals.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, with the way they was looking, if they would have closed that game out, I don't see OKC beating them 3 times in a row to come back and win for 3-1. So
Yeah, that momentum shift would have been
that
way
momentum shift
different.
It'd be way different. But for them to get out of their offense and start playing the clock, which I believe after that timeout, it was a lot more isolation, a lot more dribbling the clock down to 6
Not Pacers
seconds
ball.
before we go into a real play. Pascal only touched the ball about 1-2 times at the end. I will say the Thunder made a very good adjustment of switching up the 2-man game on the offensive end and getting Nembhard off of SGA.
Yes.
And getting Nembhard off
Essential.
SGA because once they start getting him off, and the rest of them points on that comeback was on Neesmith,
Yep.
including the fouls.
Neesmith
He
was
ended up
getting
fouling out.
yeah.
Which is so
Yep.
funny
He was
because
getting
Neesmith
cooked.
was the one who was stopping Brunson. And
Yep,
then now
yep.
it's
Yep.
Nembhard. So it's like it's a difference. But
Two
I
different
guess
styles.
2 different styles. Yep. SGA.
Which is weird because Neesmith is bigger.
Is the
than-
bigger, so you
yeah.
think he would be able
He
to
hold
handle
the
the
bigger
bigger
guard.
Nah, but the way that Jalen plays though, he plays bigger than what
Yes.
SGA plays. Cause
Big
he gonna
body
take it to
Bronson.
the
Big
post and
post
all
up.
of
Big
that.
body Bronson.
And Aaron Neesmith was like, nah,
And
nigga, I'm here.
Nembhard then guarded Shea a lot with them Canada Team Canada practices.
So he's been, and I could say Dagno made a wonderful adjustment at that point in time.
great coaching job.
Chet, I don't know if anybody else wants to give Chet his flowers. He's been playing with a little bit of injury.
He's been playing
And
injured.
he
and,
did something.
Well, not injured. He's been playing hurt.
Yeah, hurt. Yeah, hurt. Between injured and hurt, and he did something that I would never see Jaren Jackson or
Or Miles Turner.
to do. Or Miles Turner to do, and that's get 15 fucking rebounds.
Hey,
Them niggas, it take 4 games, and them niggas get 15.
4 games. The man number on prize picks was 5.
Miles is having
And
his
he ain't
worst
getting
series.
that.
of the-
I took the under.
I took the
He
under
not
today.
getting that. Exactly.
took
He
the
not
under
getting
today.
that. It's just a
He not
miracle
getting
if he
5
get over
boards.
4.
That is
I swear
so,
to God.
so
Hey,
crazy.
he's having his worst series of the playoffs so far. Miles
Now
is.
people finally understand. Now people
Last
finally.
series you said 10-6. I'm gonna hold it down for
Understand.
Bam. He not here.
Yeah.
He averaged 15-5 last series.
Hey,
He did.
I gave him way more boards than what I thought he would.
Tight.
All right,
So,
Scott Foster.
Talk
get on
to
Scott
me
Foster.
about Scott, a.k.a.
So
what they call that man?
I'm not
The extender.
The extender.
The
but-
extender.
which is a crazy nickname.
To be a ref and
I
have a
mean, when Tim
nickname.
Donnie
So
did
look.
say that they work together, and he still got a job.
But why you
It's
got a
crazy.
nickname
Crazy.
if you the ref?
Crazy. They got multiple text messages.
Yeah, I
and
know,
like-
and the fact that he still
but
got a job is crazy.
That's not what I want to talk about when it comes to Scott.
Rigging games and shit.
I watched the game with Bam and Sonny, and I heard way too much from Scott Foster. Like I saw his face on the screen way too often.
Yeah,
he was trying to make the game about him.
And then, I wouldn't even say necessarily about him, but just he learned from some Tim. It's just the ways to switch momentum and
Yeah.
control the game
But
and
it's
just
just-
stop shit at random
Yes,
times.
bro. Like he had a
yeah.
review. He had a review,
Yeah.
and he goes to make the call, and he walks up to the mic, and he walks away again. He
Yup.
starts talking, and he comes back,
Yeah.
and then he had a call where he's like, "I'm like,
Over aggressive.
dog, like
Yeah.
relax, bro.
You
Just
can't.
make the call, bro. Like we know who you are. Okay, we know who Scott Foster is. Congrats. Like goddamn,
Shout
bro.
out
We
to-
here
shout
to
out-
watch the finals, bro.
Shout out
Like,
to Scotty.
It's
God
his show
damn.
whenever he get a chance to make it about, you know what I'm
He do his
saying?
job.
That's the problem. As a referee, we're not supposed to like. You're supposed to be there to officiate the game.
I just want y'all
but
to know.
it shouldn't be
But it's
noticeable.
2020, it's
I just want y'all to know,
2025.
if it is Game 7, Scott Foster will be
100%,
referee at that Game
100%.
7. No, it's the way it said because the Game 3 and 4 ref Game 7.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. And
Yeah,
it's
so
the same
he's gonna.
crew.
So yeah, he's gonna be referee Game
That's
7.
that's just my thing with Scott. Like obviously everyone knows. Like there's just some referees that have that reputation. It used to be Joey Crawford.
Yeah, Joey.
But Joey was out of pocket.
Yeah, ejecting Tim Duncan on the bench, crazy.
Not even
Crazy.
that though. It's just the way he used to call fouls and shit like
He
that.
used to be
All that
disrespectful.
jumping around and all that extra shit. It's like, no, bro, we ain't come here to see you do your acrobatics on the
But
sideline.
that's what it feels like with Scott Foster nowadays. It's like, bro, I
It's y'all
shouldn't.
fault.
Like, just make the call, bro.
It's y'all.
How's it
fault.
all? How y'all?
He got a social media too. He see that shit.
That's what I'm saying. We in 2025, man.
You see
Things
that
different.
shit? Like,
This
yeah,
is the
these
first
niggas fuck
time.
with me.
This is the first time I've ever talked
Yeah,
about
like
Scott
this-
Foster for
he
more
like,
than
yo,
15
bitch,
seconds.
I'm famous. I'm actually.
He step on the court. He do his stretches just like everybody
Yeah,
else.
Now,
Yes.
when
he
it
go
comes
to the locker room and
He
he do
gonna
his
say
little,
he the big dog.
he do
go
his
in there,
readings.
He is a big
talk-
dog.
I'm
He
talking my
tenured.
shit. It's like, hey,
He
hey,
tenured.
you got a nickname?
You do not have a nickname.
You got a nickname? Don't talk to me.
They call me the extended.
Niggas.
You in the league, you playing and ain't got a nickname, and I'm the ref, and I'm over here
Your
letting it be
nickname, Cum
known.
Bucket.
Hey, who is that? Who is
All
that?
Jonathan Kumi.
That's
When it comes to the actual game, goddamn. When it comes to the actual game, I tend to agree with you that they probably lost the series by not winning Game 4, man.
Especially seeing that Hallie's
It's hurt.
is hurt. Yeah,
The-
you definitely got to go up 3-1 if your best player. Is
Best
gonna be
players,
hampered,
it's not 100%. The crowd was frenzied the entire night, and you had a double-digit lead at some point. OKC made three pointers the whole night.
3 of them.
Nasty.
Straight.
in a 48-minute NBA game.
In the 48-minute game in 2025,
Three
That just
threes?
shows you.
in the finals, they
Hey,
made
and
three
made it to
pointers
111
and won the
points.
game. Your bench, Obi Toppin produced, Ben Mathurin produced in a spurt. Now
Yeah.
them 3 missed free throws was
Oh,
Nasty.
but at
was
the same
gross,
time,
bro.
man, he wasn't even ready to be
He
playing
wasn't
right
ready.
now.
Nah.
He did come in right after that they got fouled out.
That's
so, yeah.
the only reason
But
he can't
he
get
had,
somebody got
he
fouled
had
out.
86% free
And I
throw
will
shooter
say
though.
this: Bill Simmons said this because he
Same
was in
thing.
the building.
Understood.
He said the fans ain't do him do him
Because they didn't shut the fuck up.
No, that was the thing about it. They did. They went completely silent in the building.
Yeah.
You can't go from it's been noise at this motherfucker and it's completely silent because now I feel y'all nervous.
Yeah.
I feel the nervousness y'all
He done
feel.
came off the bench.
I'm sorry,
he
bro.
ain't been playing the past couple
you
months.
86, you
you
gotta make the
86%. You got to make
You
at
gotta-
least you
you gotta
missed
make
3
the
of the
most.
4.
Especially with the steals out the inbound that happened where they could. So yeah, he was supposed to.
Obi had the game of his life. He hit them 2 threes back to back. He had 3 huge dunks. Dunks from Obi always feel like they worth 3 points instead of 2.
He get the
TJ
momentum
McConnell
going.
came off the bench, performed,
Especially at home.
and you lost. You let Alex Caruso give you another 20 points.
I know this gonna sound like I be killing that man, but they shouldn't have put him back in the game. He was a complete negative the whole game, so you
Miles
shouldn't have put
Turner.
Miles back in the game.
I agree.
Especially with Obi having the game that
I
he
agree.
had. You
Miles
got,
Turner, bro, because Obi was hooping.
Exactly. Obi has to stay in the game.
No, I agree. Miles Turner being back in the game, he's having his worst series of the
His
playoffs so
shot's
far,
long.
and it's crazy because the OKC strength isn't necessarily their bigs, but big for big, Chet and I say Isaiah Hartenstein are just giving better minutes than Miles Turner.
If he ain't hitting
Over
those
large
shots.
stretches. Yeah.
Because his shot is
And
completely
he not
gone right
rebounding.
now.
You know he not gonna rebound.
You know he not rebounding,
He might get
so-
you a block or 2, but it's not like great defense. It's not like he's locking down the paint. So, big loss for the Pacers. Holly's hobbled. Pascal
He's in jail.
is not performing the best. He's been a huge part of their team, obviously, so far through the playoffs. But
This ain't the matchup really for him.
this matchup is this matchup for him
about
is rough. It's rough.
It's not a team you play isolation against.
OKC's wing defenders, they can just send waves and waves and waves.
And not even that, is just the fact that they such on the string. Is as soon as you get past somebody ripping that ball.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah,
Every time.
and they will take the fouls. Like they like, fuck it, we just gonna foul you.
We got enough players coming off the bench that we can sub somebody else in.
They
and
led
get
the
him out
league in
there.
fouls this year. They led the league, best defense in the league, but they also led the league in fouls. They do not care.
Getting a lot of fouls called in the postseason because they established that.
Yeah, that's how they play defense
during the season. We
And
gonna beat y'all ass
Same.
up.
That's literally Lou Dort's identity. Lou Dort will come out and be like, either you gonna call it and you gonna call 3 fouls on me in the first 2 minutes,
or
same thing with Alex Caruso. It's like either you gonna foul me out, I'm gonna get 6 fouls in 6 minutes. So what we gonna do?
you gonna have to blow the
You
whistle.
gonna have a choice. Like either you gonna swallow the whistle or you gonna have to blow this bitch every time I come on the court.
And I feel like I have to mention this guy just because he's obviously the best player in the series. He's the MVP, but it can't go understated because we give the other superstars when they're in that kind of position their flowers. I told Josh and Sonny before the game started.
Hey, that 440 he did his thing.
Game four, down 2-1 on the road.
Woo, that's a legacy
where
game.
legends are made.
That's a legacy game.
We saw Steph do it. We saw LeBron do it. We've seen Giannis do it. Like, it's where. Well, I think Giannis was at home for that one in the final, but still, like, that's where legends are made. That's where you cut your
avoiding
teeth.
that 3-1.
Yeah,
to go
on the road.
You got to avoid the 3-1.
On the road is huge, bro.
Man,
and he showed up in the fourth. Like, he had the quietest 23 points going into the fourth quarter.
And once again, shout out to Mark Dagnall.
Yeah, the rotations were
switched his rotation.
He saved him. He saved him. That was great coaching because
great coaching.
the rotation, it's hard to not want to put him on the court when y'all, 4-digit or a 4-point lead goes to, or a 4-point deficit goes to a 6-point deficit.
Yep.
6-point deficit goes to a 9-point deficit.
To a 10.
Like shit, and then we can't hit threes. You like fuck, But
it's tough out there.
That's what you save him for, and he showed up in the fourth. So shout out to the Thunder for him.
They took him off. Jalen Williams played J-Dub.
Yes,
J-Dub
played huge.
He played majority point guard the first through the third quarter of that game.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Shea didn't have any assists because he wasn't playing point guard.
He was saving his energy too at the same time.
They got him off the ball.
J-Dub's been huge. He struggled early on in the playoffs. Since then,
found his groove.
He's been consistently
a solid
hooping.
number 2.
Yeah, he had a 3 for 17 game against Denver or something.
Ooh.
Ever since then, he's just been consistent, and then he dropped 30. And then last game,
when you
needed every single point of it.
Every time.
Needed every point of it. So, hey, the Thunder did what they were supposed to do. Losing game 3 was, I'm sure they were super nervous going into game 4.
Yeah.
And then losing game 4 for most of that game. But they superstar.
They played with more desperation at the end.
Yep.
I mean, game 4 was almost identical to game 1 in a sense. I mean,
yeah.
So I would think coming into game 5, both teams should be able to see it okay, we both got a chance into it.
They do. I going into this game, neither one of them should feel like, hey, we don't have a chance to win this series.
Right. But looking at what's going on now, that's a whole different story.
Even if you lose today, as a Pacer, you still got one game at home in your back pocket, and you've shown that you can win that. Okay, so you have won the game.
You have.
Plus, this game isn't over for them. In their heads right now, they winning this game.
Yeah,
it's only 14 points. It's not like it's 30.
And it's third quarter, so we still got a whole lot of time.
They only need 2.5 minutes to come back from 14.
This game isn't completely over. But I heard somebody say this, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it since
what's up?
Lou Dort. They was like Bomani Jones. Let me tell you who said this. I don't want to just saying it, then niggas go, oh yeah, you give me his credit. Bomani Jones is the one who said it. Make sure y'all go fuck with his shit too. I'm gonna support the black creators. So if I don't shout them out, you should just assume that they aren't black. That's fucked up. But he said Lou Dort if Lou Dort was an American, he would have been a football player.
This nigga just glassed a 3, so I can't disagree with what you saying.
Because exactly, if he would have went to a basketball camp, the way he built and just shot that shot, they would have sent that nigga straight to football practice.
Straight over there and said, "Hey, line it up."
He plays defense like a football player.
I always sent that nigga straight to football practice.
He don't give a fuck. He reckless. He strong, ox built.
Because who is that? He was it round 1 where it was Ja, right? He almost killed Ja when he fell into place.
No, they got a little compilation. He did that to a couple
I know. It's Lou Dort.
It's bad, but
honestly, that's
if he was
funny.
American, that nigga would have been.
I can't disagree.
But he was a Canadian.
He's
so
a Canadian, so they ain't
basketball.
I bet he know
football to go play.
I bet he know how to juggle that motherfucker though.
I mean, he probably or he played hockey.
Or
that's
no,
hey,
I can see him playing hockey.
He played hockey.
I can see him playing hockey. He could have been the one black one that popped off.
He be out there. Bro. I've been watching the NHL. I've been watching Stanley Cup Finals, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I hope my boys pull through.
They not.
They not.
I told y'all niggas that at the beginning of the season.
I told Sonny, because Sonny an Oilers fan. I told him this is how the series gonna go. I was like, Oilers gonna win game 1.
Yeah.
Then Panthers gonna win 2, 3, 4. Oilers win 5. Panthers close out in 6. Now I got 4 and 5 flopped because Oilers won game 4, but they whooped their They
whooped their ass.
The game they because they beat them 6-1 in game 2.
Game 2 and game 5 has been absolutely
bro. And I support the Leafs. It's like my first real year watching hockey, so I decided to ride with Toronto. So I watched the Panthers up close and personal. They played in the second round, and I'm like, bro, whoever wins this series is winning the cup. Because the Panthers, bro, are just too physical. Like, they wear teams down over the course of the series.
Got a bunch of bullies on their team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So, the Oilers, they like to get up and down the ice. They nothing but speed. And Florida not having that because they don't hit their ass.
And that's what I have noticed. I ain't gonna lie. Every time it start picking up, Florida say, we ain't doing that today. We finna slow
hit you against the boards.
I ain't gonna lie. I have definitely noticed that.
That's why game 2, the nigga said, all right, bet, time to just start fighting.
Facts. Hey, Evander Kane is a wild guy. Every game of the series, the first penalty has been on Evander Kane.
Oh, he like to set the tone.
Yeah, but they getting their asses whooped though. He played for the Oilers.
So you still gotta set the tone. You still gotta have somebody set the tone. Draymond might be down 15 and do what he gotta do. It's the nature of the game. Gotta have somebody to do it.
I mean, so the Pacers might have to put in James Johnson in.
They have from time to time.
Punch Lou Dort in the face.
Like she had to go out there and not Lou Dort. He got to punch SGA. He got to make it work.
Is a playoff game go put him on SGA and have him just hard? Hey, I ain't saying
that's
do
wild.
Hey.
That's fucked up.
I mean, hey.
You just gonna let him keep getting to that mid range and doing push offs and hitting these little fadeaways and floaters all game?
Hey, the next time he want to get in there and elbow a nigga in the neck, I'm elbow your ass back. How about that?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not.
Then you ejected. He's still playing.
No, they both getting ejected.
I mean, if James Johnson ejected there, okay.
That was like.
But Shea, you think Shea gonna retaliate?
He wasn't in the rotation anyway.
I don't think Shea retaliate. That
ain't nobody touching Shea right now.
That nigga Shea always like this.
Hey, Shea gonna pull a DeMarcus Cousins.
I'm trying to tell you.
Boogie was out of pocket.
Boogie was crazy.
Boogie was out of pocket.
No, him grabbing his
nuts
and putting it in his face.
Put it back in his nuts and making that nigga smell it is out of pocket. After he just been playing a whole basketball game,
crazy,
he's out of pocket.
Hey, he deserved to get
everything.
He deserved all of it.
He started walking back to the tunnel.
He's tripping.
Cause you tripping, bro. Like
he's tripping. You're not doing that to another player too. You doing that to a fan on the side.
So you think about like this too.
I want to know what the fans said. It's like to make me want to scratch my nuts and put it in your face.
What did he say to make him that?
They sweaty. It's 40, 45 minutes. Game almost over. I'm gonna rub my nuts and just
put it in your face.
That was crazy.
That's the most disrespectful shit.
That's right under spitting on somebody. But that's right. That's
it's like right there, yeah, because that's mad. That might be. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I'd be way more disrespectful if a nigga did that to spit on me, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bro. You grab grabbing your sweaty nuts,
your sweat,
and putting your hand in my face.
Nah, for sure.
But spitting on the nigga, I get that. I get
crazy.
that.
I'd have had to whoop a nigga ass.
Because spitting on the nigga is automatic.
So,
We gotta fight.
I know that's what happened to me in school. A nigga did it, and
But that's off the rip. We gotta fight too.
Yeah,
Nigga do that shit.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Because
I'm adding that to the list.
I was like, alright.
Cause
I usually don't whoop niggas ass at school, but you just spit on me, bro.
Because there used to only be two things that was automatic. We gotta fight.
fight.
It's spitting on me and talking about my mom like on some out of pocket shit.
Well,
You talk about
it
my
depends
beats
on
on some
how out of
out-of-pocket
pocket it
shit.
was, because you know me, I kind of was an asshole.
If we roasting
I kind of was
shit,
an asshole because a nigga. I know this might sound a little funny. I kind of was an asshole though. It was like niggas like, man, your mama was a hoe. I might be like, man, shit, she probably was. That's between her and my daddy though. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't the one that got to lay with her. That ain't got shit to do with me.
Nah.
Hey, fair enough.
But your mama jokes. That was
Right. It depends on how disrespectful.
That depends on
It depends on like the mood of it. You know, if you just fucking around.
But yeah, if you get to
I'm
the
adding
point,
that to the list.
No, for
yeah,
sure.
You grab your sweaty.
grab your nuts and
I
put
didn't
it
think
nowhere over there.
that's why I wasn't on the list because
I never thought a nigga would do that.
a nigga would be that disrespectful to do something like that.
Right?
Facts.
And I'm
Hey.
talking about what did that nigga say to
That's
him?
what
To
I'm
make
saying.
that nigga
To make
that
me-
mad.
You know, my response instead of me just coming over there slapping the shit out of you, my response.
Hey, stripping. Hey, Boogie, you're wilding out, bro. I hope you see this one day so you know how much you're
He know he
tripping,
wild
bro.
out. He don't even got.
That's the fuck out of here for real, bro. That's all you got.
What about
That's how you got
the
suspended for those seasons.
what about the Dwight Howard versus what was it? Lance Stevenson?
Lance just mad. He just want to fight.
After Mike Beasley did
After
that.
Mike Beasley told him we made a sex tape that Kim K
That
was
boy,
proud of.
that boy said, "I make him dance."
And yeah, after he did him like that, I'll fight everybody.
And we on the same team. And we gotta be on the same
After you
team.
beat my ass,
Mike
and talk to me
Beasley's
like
fucking
that.
hilarious,
After
bro.
you talk to
He
me
said,
like
"I'm gonna
that,
make your ass clap." I'm like, bro, what? He said, "I'm gonna make
Hey, I
your
ain't gonna lie
ass."
to you. That fucked me up before we play again.
He's tripping. Like, wait, nigga, what?
I'm like, what type of time you on? My nigga said, grab a towel. And we made a sex tape that Kim K would be proud of. Kim K would be proud of. Like,
And then went out there and did that.
No, he
nigga.
said
this
that
is
after he beat him.
And this is an analogy,
Oh, yeah.
people.
Yeah, the Kim K,
the
yeah.
analogy that he used to refer
They know
to
what it is.
his.
It's the reason we all know Kim Kardashian.
No, but I'm saying, like,
keeping up with the Kardashians.
I'm saying like
Shout
to
out
use
Ray
that
J.
as shout out Ray J.
Not shout out Ray J, because Ray J tripping right now. He might be going to jail for doing what he did to Whitney Houston.
He ain't do nothing to Whitney.
But we don't know that. He keep getting on this motherfucker talking too much. He gonna tell himself he gonna go to jail.
But until
He keep talking
then,
on it, he
Wait,
keep-
he killed Whitney?
He ain't killed Whitney,
He might
man.
have gave for the drugs. He
Oh,
might have gave for the
man.
drugs.
But that's not
Oh,
necessarily
man.
his fault.
Michael Jackson doctor went to jail
I
for
mean,
that shit.
yeah, you go to jail for supplying somebody the drugs
Yeah,
and they
man.
overdose.
But what
Yeah,
if
bro.
that's not the intention?
It don't matter.
That wasn't Michael Jackson doctor intention. That nigga's in jail.
that was different. You know what they
All right,
was
so I got
trying to
it's a
do.
That's
nigga.
that fit.
It's a nigga that played for the Angels. Who had overdosed about 3 years ago.
Okay.
His name was Tyler Skaggs.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And the trainer, he went to
Yep.
jail for 20 years for supplying with the drugs.
Now
I'm pretty sure his intent was I'm finna kill this baseball player.
he might have had a life insurance policy.
No, he did. That's
No,
not
he
his
did
website.
not. No,
Here
he
you
did
go.
not.
Here you go. This nigga.
Life insurance policy is crazy.
So yeah,
Damn,
I mean
right
he deserves. I see what you're saying.
So Ray J, I ain't shouting out Ray J. And then he went on there talking about he slept with Sexy Red and then Sexy Red got on his ass. Ray J been tripping lately. Y'all,
Ray J always
Ray J,
tripping though.
but Ray
But
J,
it's been
but
since-
Ray J tripping for 20
though.
years.
it's been since the verses though. When he went on the verses and he had the baby with him singing this shit like that. Yeah, that's when it's been downhill for Ray J since. Like the broken glasses thing was funny.
Ray J,
That shit,
Like the
it's still so funny,
the
bro.
unbreakable glasses thing was hilarious.
Break 'em.
That
Ray
was
J,
funny.
I will break these. You can't.
You can't, they're
break these.
unbreakable.
And you know, he had another video. He was like, "Cause he broke him for the side."
From the
I was
side.
talking about the tie. Yeah.
Didn't the nigga real then Thomas? I think I got me one.
And he was like, he said they don't break on the side. You could go if I break it in the middle, it's gonna break. That's not what I was talking about though. I was talking about the sides.
Ray,
That nigga
Ray
broke
J
him out and
character.
said, "I don't care."
I don't care.
Hey, Ray J. Hey,
So it's
the
been
Ben
down
Staple
here.
interview of him talking about
Yeah.
Ray J is hilarious.
But because that's true though, Ray J is a real nigga.
West Coast legend.
But at
West
some
Coast
point in
legend.
time, it just went down. He started doing the drugs with Whitney.
Shout out to okay, so we're not gonna shout out Rachel.
We're not gonna
but
shout out Rachel.
Shout
We
out
can't
shout out Whitney
We can't
Houston.
shout out Whitney, even though she
RP,
did fuck up our
Whitney
nigga Bobby
Houston.
Brown.
You know what?
So I don't know if I really want to shout out Whitney.
Bobby did that
No,
on
he
himself.
didn't.
Yeah, he did.
She gave Bobby the drugs. And Bobby, I understand. Sometimes the pussy would make you do it. I done a couple drugs that I never thought I would do in my lifetime for some
Crack is
pussy.
whack.
Not that. But
I done made too much money to smoke crack. Crack is cheap.
but not that. But you know, you feel me? I've definitely experimented with some things that I said I never would about some pussy. So I understand Bobby. It was Whitney Houston, and she's a multi-millionaire.
Whitney
So
Houston.
That's the things
if
women
she-
will.
if she say
Hey.
you know, come do this coke, Bobby, then hey.
So
I ain't doing it.
if one,
Yeah, I mean,
if one of them came up to you and said, "Come do this coke," you
No,
Nah, I ain't doing it.
I've met.
not doing it.
I've met the pussy that'll make me do, you know, things that I would. And yeah, you can't get over that. Shout out to her.
Huh?
I ain't doing it.
Go.
He
I don't-
already did all the drugs that is worth experimenting.
Whoa! What are you talking about?
Not cocaine,
No, I
guys.
have not.
What
not,
is it?
not okay, if we ever talk about drugs on this, it's not cocaine, heroin, or crack.
Facts. Or
Whoa.
meth.
Or meth.
Or
Those
some,
don't-
it's probably some more, but I see we gonna get a baseline of.
Yeah, we don't do hard drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
no,
do functional. Nah, it's fine.
no.
And that is a good time to shout out Backwoods. You know, today I am smoking out of
Yeah, shout out Spawn.
Backwards.
some smoked caramel.
So
So they already smoked them for you, did?
How are they?
Yeah, you feel me? It's pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good. It's kind of not like a extreme flavor for those who don't like, you know,
Yeah.
flavored ass guards, which is me.
Yeah.
So you know, it's not like you can taste it real. You know,
Oh,
your product on the inside.
Shout out
does,
Backwoods.
you know,
I
feel
wanted-
good.
I wanted to tell you this on the pod. I'm gonna get you your $100, bro.
No, okay.
I still owe him the huncho. I'm gonna pay you up on the pod. I ain't forgot.
I would prefer to be paid on the pod. Since we make the bet on
we
the
made
pod.
the bet on the pod. I'm
Okay.
gonna pay you up on the pod. I ain't
Okay.
forgot. Just know I ain't no hoe ass nigga.
Okay.
I ain't gonna not pay my bets back.
Okay.
You know, just money.
Real,
You know.
real
Again,
nigga.
subscribe.
Subscribe,
God damn it.
real nigga.
Like,
So,
but
Right.
yeah,
I ain't
so-
forgot. I want to let you know that on the pod. We made the bet on the pod. I'm gonna pay you on the pod.
Shout out to real man.
I ain't
Yeah.
forgot about it.
That's one ugly nigga. But
Adam
we
Silver.
go to the trade.
Let's get
Go to the
into
train.
He
it.
looked like a Voldemort.
He did. He do kind of like the. Without,
Yeah,
he
with
a
a
ugly.
nose.
He a ugly dude.
He one of the niggas that
Jewish
definitely
nose.
need to get a hairpiece. Like white people,
It's too late
white
now.
people with bald heads is just not a thing,
It's
bro.
too-
Every
it's
time I
too
see a
late,
white
bro.
nigga with a bald head, the only white nigga I know that made the bald head work was Stone Cold.
Stone Cold
Cold
did it.
Steve
Stone Cold.
Austin.
did it
Stone
for a
Cold
while.
was
It's
the
because he
only
was
one.
flicking people off and chucking beers, man.
9-point game.
9-point game, right?
9-point
They had
game.
it where they wanted him. So all right,
Alrighty.
we had a
We
blockbuster.
talking about trade,
Off
right?
season has officially begun, even though we
Before
are
we
in
even
the middle
discuss
of
the
game
trade,
5.
I will. Let me ask y'all this: Do
Talk
y'all
to
think
me.
it's irresponsible for them for the NBA to allow this to happen
Before the
while
season's over?
not even before the season, but while the fucking finals is happening?
Yes.
Why are we talking transactions
No.
during the finals?
Yes, 100%.
Wait. So in February, there's a trade deadline.
Yeah,
When does it lift?
Once the postseason starts.
that's actually retarded.
That's okay. So we need to get to that. If that's true,
I'm
and
pretty
It
sure it's
is
on the
because
postseason
we've
start.
had trades in the finals before.
Yeah.
So
that's nasty.
Unless it's when that season
when that team seasons ends, yeah.
But
I don't think the Pacers or the Thunder are allowed to make trades
Right,
at this point in time.
Right.
I think
it might
it's-
be when that
I
team
think it's
season
somewhere closer towards the
Because it has to be once that team seasons in, because the Grizzlies made the playoffs.
ends. Right, and the Magic did too.
Yeah, so both
Okay.
of them make the playoffs, so it had to be when that team season ends.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
That
of the
makes more
Grizzlies and the Magic, our first off-season acquisition trade has happened. We did,
And it
have-
wasn't KD.
It was a monster trade.
and it wasn't KD.
It wasn't KD. Everybody thought KD would be the first trade, but it wasn't
He's
KD.
not. So we have from the Memphis Grizzlies, we have Desmond Bane being traded to
To
the
the Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Cole Anthony,
Cole Anthony,
who
and,
was dunked with Timberlands on.
and 4 first-round picks.
For unprotected.
Unprotected. It's gonna be
It's gonna be the number
alternate
16.
years
It's gonna be
starting from
16.
today.
This not today.
I mean,
but
this year. My fault.
It's the 16th pick this year.
So that's 25.
Unprotected
And
Suns
27,
pick.
27, 29.
Nah, they got a 26. The unprotected Suns.
Oh,
26.
okay. So
Mhm.
it's 25,
So
26,
they got next year's
28,
Suns.
30.
They got this year's Magic, next year's Suns,
Yeah.
and then it was fucking I forgot who the third one was.
Offensive foul.
And then it was another unprotected.
And then there's also a pick swap too.
And it's another
pick swap.
pick swap. So
But
in
I
total,
believe one of those
five
picks, one of those first rounders definitely went for them to take on the KCP contract.
But it's not. It is, but it's not. It wasn't even that bad
It
for them to
was.
have to take another.
Yes, it
pick
was.
in.
His contract. It
It's
was
bad
absolutely
because of
horrible.
how he just performed.
Because
this
he
season.
plays, he
played
was
terrible.
terrible. Like,
Touche.
and you got to pay him at least $35 more million over the next two years. So yeah, you got
That's rough. So
Yeah.
Let's talk about grades each side.
Orlando, I would say this will work amazingly for them.
I got B plus for him.
B plus for Orlando.
Yeah, because I
They
mean,
need
you
the
do.
offense.
You do give up a lot. I will say, four first round picks. Even though they're able to keep a majority of their own first round picks, four first round picks for somebody who hasn't made the All Star game is a lot. And the fact that y'all are locked in for another 3 years, 163 million with him. So
He
he's
did get a bag.
Yeah, he got a
I
bag.
remember
But
that.
he got
We
it
just,
back.
but
Yeah.
we just saw the same thing happen with Mikal Bridges.
Yeah. But I don't believe that the Magic will use Bane the way that
The Grizzlies use
the Knicks used Mikal Bridges in
Oh,
terms
yeah,
of
yeah,
just
100%.
throwing that nigga in the corner. Like
100%.
maybe today we'll let you dribble the ball, but
Right.
other than that,
Other than that, you just gonna play
it's
defense. And
yeah,
slide up.
no. And so
He gonna get some action.
Desmond
For sure.
Bane,
They need the offense so
is
much.
in A plus defender, but he's a willing defender. He doesn't have lapses. He gives the effort. So going into Orlando, where you're going to be next to Jalen Suggs, who plays amazing defense.
Yes. Healthy Jalen Suggs is gonna be-
he's
And that's
crazy.
gonna be a
And
nice
that's why,
front
and
court.
that's why I really do like the trade, because they didn't bring in the point guard
Right.
to stunt his growth.
Right.
That he started last year.
They got rid of one.
Yeah,
he was too
yeah.
good,
But yeah,
But he played point because
the backup
Jalen was
point.
hurt.
For sure.
So yeah, so you get rid of that. He gets to keep Jonathan Isaac. That's a good thing off your
Huge.
off
And
your
Wendell-
bench.
and Wendell
You were
Carter.
able to keep Anthony Black, a very promising young player. So you get to keep your young core together. You add him with the Wagner brothers.
Yep.
This is my only thing
They didn't
about
have
the
no.
trade.
They didn't have no shooters.
Not at all.
They had
They
no
needed
shooters
the
at all.
offense so
So
bad,
you
bro.
needed somebody that you can slide in that can score
Which
20 points a game.
KCP was supposed to be the
But
shooter.
KCP can't do that,
from
He fell
from
off.
Orlando's perspective,
and he's young.
giving up 4 first round picks. You don't think they could have got something better out there?
Nah, I mean, what more are you looking forward to not? I mean, because you got to think about it.
It
We
depends
you gotta think
who's
about it.
available,
You
obviously,
but you
but
got to think about it. We have our 2 dominant
Right.
players that we have.
That's what I was gonna
We're
say.
not trying
You're
to
not trying
upset
to get
that.
rid of one of them.
We're not,
Right.
and if we gonna give up for so if it even was for somebody better.
You got to give up front.
Nah, no, I'm not even saying giving up front. Like I said, with that same package, and to say possibly KD or somebody. I don't want to.
maybe not even KD.
I don't want
but
to bring in somebody. Well, I'm just saying somebody better,
Like
better
an
that.
all-star caliber player.
I don't
Yeah.
want to bring in somebody that's gonna
Stunt their growth.
stunt the growth of what we got growing with Paulo and Franz,
I see that
because them two are gonna dominate the ball regardless.
Yeah,
100%.
So I don't want to bring in another all-star that's gonna need the ball too. Desmond Bane knows how to play off the ball.
Because Paulo's healthy, he makes an All-NBA team. Franz was an
For sure.
All-Star.
for sure.
And they're both young and growing together. So I don't
And-
think you
and
can
with
upset
them
that
being
one.
And
young-
Jalen Suggs was putting up over 20 points a game when it was him running. So.
Yes.
And with them being young, them picks ain't gonna mean nothing for them anyway.
Exactly.
They, like,
The only
exactly.
I said the only pick that
Not the
I would
picks
say that would
that
that
are
was valuable
The
was
Suns.
the Suns pick.
oh
for
yeah,
next year.
no, yes.
'Cause the Suns might be just absolutely terrible next year.
Yeah.
They might not.
Free do book.
No, I don't.
They know
think.
free D book. He getting two.
fuck
That boy getting the bag, man.
D-Book said he want to stay, so don't know. Fuck that.
2-year
loyal son.
extension for 150. I seen that out there.
Yep.
man.
Crazy, bro. The numbers for these NBA contracts are getting insane, bro.
Hey, it's starting to
It's
reach
gonna
to
be,
that level.
bro. It's gonna
It
get
ain't
to a
gonna
point
be.
to where it's 100 million a year.
I mean, shit, Shea finna be making 80. So,
So on the Grizzly side, what we thinking?
Grizzlies. I mean,
It
with
depends on what they trying to
with
do.
now,
if you ask
I
me.
mean, I understand it more. because they signed Desmond Bane to his extension before the new CBA, and the basically the hard cap got established.
Yep.
With the second
Second
apron.
apron.
So
so
the contract looks a whole lot different now because you could have really paid 3 Supermax players back in the day.
Now,
But now it's you really only gonna get 2 of them motherfuckers, and now Jaren Jackson is up for an extension.
Yeah.
Hey,
I know
Give
you
him
don't.
Supermax 'cause
I know you don't like him as much, but hey,
you know what I say to do?
So
they not getting a
to
good
me,
enough
it
trade
depends
package
on-
back for Jaren Jackson.
Are they
want
trying to retool around Jaren Triple J
That's what they-
and John,
yeah, that's what they
or are they
said.
trying to rebuild?
No, they said they want to retool around John and Triple J.
To me, that's a mistake.
I agree with you.
I mean,
I think
we ain't in the front office.
and I'm not as down on Triple J as you are. I think Triple J is a quality player. He's a great defender, but in this West, John Triple J just not gonna do it for you, in my opinion.
In the West, yeah, it's gonna be very hard to
Because they weren't close.
because we got OKC's not going nowhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Houston's not going anywhere anytime
Nope.
soon. San Antonio's finna come up.
Yep.
So
Man.
with that being, I mean, is it worse? I mean, but shit. I can't knock them for competing because hey, what it is, we can take the route and say
Minnesota's not going
As I said, we
anywhere.
can't take the route and say, hey man, you know what,
Luka.
the next 5 years we ain't doing shit. So hey, let's go ahead and just get rid of these motherfuckers.
I mean, you just acquire. To your point, it depends what you're gonna do with these picks. Really, you got these picks coming in, these 4 picks.
Yep.
Are you gonna use these and move these to grab another player,
They
got to.
You
If
had
you
GG.
retooling, you gotta.
But it depends on who you move.
or is you drafting those players through those years?
But they spread out for what across 6-7 years.
I mean,
so
this
that
year
sounds
and
like
next
rebuilding
year,
to me.
this year and next year, you can use the picks, but
Right.
those at least them 2 future ones, you definitely got
gotta-
more.
you
You
gotta
got to
get
come
off
on. You can't. You got to reroute KCP.
They haven't formally announced the trade on social media, so I am expecting them to sneak in a third team.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to reroute KCP.
if
6-point
coming
game.
here soon.
I
Yeah.
know it's crazy, huh?
Hey,
we definitely said it.
I will say I have been impressed with this. This has been a good final.
because it's TJ and Obi.
I mean,
That's what they took. They took what's they Halliburton out the game, and Siakam. Stop giving the ball to them niggas. You go put the real niggas in the game, and they got Bane in the game right now.
Yep. For the most part, it's whose bench plays the best, and then
Yup.
at the end of the game, whose superstar play the best.
Fourth quarter, yep, pretty much.
I think Shea.
Ah, they finally called the
regardless
foul on Lou.
how close the game is, Shea's gonna pull through again tonight.
Yeah, I really like this for the Magic, especially with the East being what it's going to be next year.
100%.
They see that
Magic are gonna be
they
good,
see that
bro.
they can make a jump with Jason Tatum being hurt. So
Yeah.
I believe that gives them a very good chance. You know, I fuck with my Duke guys, and they reimagine they reimage they motherfucking jerseys, bought the pinstripes back.
Yeah.
Them hoes just nasty.
I like
sorry.
it, but I don't like the logo.
I don't like the black and blue one. The black and blue one I don't really fuck with.
No, it's cool. I don't like just the logo with the
It
ball.
being
It's a
circle,
ball.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
no,
circle,
everybody
and
logo
that-
they got the same. Yeah, they
shit,
but
okay.
you know, I'm more focused on the jerseys. I don't really give a fuck about niggas logos no more.
Speaking of the East, let's talk about your boys over there in New York, man. So we are coachless, correct?
Them niggas speed dating.
They still don't have a coach.
Them
no.
niggas speed dating.
Still
I ain't
don't
gonna lie
have
to
a
you,
coach.
That's the funniest thing I've ever experienced in my
They're
life.
wild.
They have
'Cause
requested.
I've never in my life seen that happen.
Niggas hate the Knicks. I told y'all, fuck
It
the
ain't
Knicks.
even about hating the Knicks. It's the fact that
Their top 5 coach candidates
was
all had jobs.
All had jobs.
Like what?
What
Go
do you
ask the niggas that ain't got a job first.
Exactly.
If you really want to, again, keywords, if you really want to
So
coach. You might already know who you want to be
It's
the
not
coach.
even like if you want to coach. It's like if you had a plan.
Exactly.
It just seems like they didn't have a plan. They went into the exit meeting, and then somebody said shit in the exit meeting. They was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we really ain't fucking with Tibbs." And then they was like, "I
I
ain't
think
bet
it's Dolan.
Tibbs, fuck
Dolan a hoe.
you." He
I
is
think
a
it's
hoe.
Dolan. Because that's a Dolan move. Like the Knicks have been competent in the last few years. Once Worldwide
I mean,
West.
but Bill,
and
I ain't gonna lie to you. Bill Simmons said this about a year and a half ago. Once he finished the spear, he was like, he was
be back
here.
on
He's
the
gonna be
Knicks.
back on the Knicks because he was occupied with the spear for a few years.
Yeah, bro.
Now
This
that's
is-
done.
This
Now
is
he
some
back on the
dolan
Knicks.
shit, bro. Because like,
And they start winning,
This
and
don't
once
make no
and once they
sense.
start winning, it feels different because now everybody coming to the game. All celebrities want to talk to you and fuck with you. So now you're
Yeah.
proud to be the owner of the Knicks. So now you want to be out there, put your face back out there and shit.
and it's crazy because I don't know if firing Tibbs was wrong or was the wrong or right move.
We'll
Like,
find out.
We'll find that out. But them not having any kind of plan,
Yeah, them not having a plan is terrible.
or seemingly not having a plan, is
Like at this point,
Fucking mind
at this point, just give it to Rick Brunson, bro. At this point,
I think they already got that in their mind that that's what they
I mean
want
that's
to do,
what
which is
that's what Gil said.
because you got to think about it. Why else would you be asking all the coaches that
That's
still
what-
got a job,
That's what Gil said. He
playoff
said
teams
he-
too? Let's go talk to the Rockets.
I mean, and it's
I ain't
and,
gonna lie to you. The
Dude,
Ime
Ime is-
Udoka was the craziest
like,
one.
what are you talking about?
Like, why
bro?
would we give y'all Ime Udoka?
What
my
are
nigga?
you even talking about?
It's
dog?
lucky we even
I
got
ain't
this
gonna
nigga.
lie. That was one of the stupidest shits I've
That
seen.
was the stupidest
all
one.
week.
And another crazy thing is there's good coaches available right now.
For
Taylor
sure.
Jenkins
Taylor
is
Jenkins
available.
They
they said
interviewed
he's
him.
go-
Malone is
Nah,
available.
they called the interview Taylor Jenkins.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did.
it's
yeah,
coming
nah,
up. It's
yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
After
After you
After,
already
yeah,
had
after
yeah,
Quinn
they dropped the
Snyder
interview,
and
Quinn Snyder, Jason Kidd,
Ime Udoka, Billy Donovan, and another one.
And there's who was the last one? Chris Finch.
Chris Finch.
Yeah,
Chris
like-
Finch was wild too.
Dog,
yeah, Chris Finch is definitely wild.
Chris Finch was wild too.
they're all wild.
I
They
know,
were
but-
all wild.
Well,
But-
no. At the same token,
I mean,
is it as wild as
Jason Kidd
is
and
it as
Billy,
wild
Jason
as-
Kidd and Billy Donovan makes a little bit of sense
I
because
think-
you can make the argument with Jason Kidd that he probably upset about the Luka trade. Okay,
Right,
bet.
and he left the Bucks when he
Yeah.
had a job already.
All right, so and then
But-
you can do the Billy Donovan because he left the Thunder when they said they about to rebuild. The Bulls from the rebuild, so maybe I.
But the thing is, you have to ask permission
I know, but
from
yeah.
these teams.
You know,
Yeah,
but you know what? But you know what? With like we've been talking about it recently,
the coach. I mean, if the coach really want to leave, he can resign.
that too.
You're right.
Because that's what Carlisle did when he came to the
Yeah, when
Pacers.
he left
But like we've seen
Mavs,
within the
yeah.
past couple weeks and years, because these coaches is on these short leashes, shit, you might as well ask shit. You don't really know. Shit, some of them getting fired out the
That's a
blue
good point,
anyway.
'cause I
Eric
thought Finch
Eric
was going to
Spoelstra
get
is the only coach that
He still might.
is the only coach that has been coaching since
Yeah, he's a long
since
senior now.
since
Since Mike
since
Malone.
before 2020.
Since Mike Malone
Yeah,
got fired.
2020.
2020. He's
It's
the only one that's been that hasn't been
Yeah,
been coached the longest. since
Because
2020.
Pop retired and Mike Malone got fired.
Yep.
So he's
5
It's
years.
just spoke.
You can't even get in there and do nothing. You got to go you got to go straight to the ship.
basically. And the crazy part
I mean,
is,
it's really-
if you get your team better
It's
to
re-
like a level they're competing, they're gonna replace you with someone else to get you over.
It's really the Lakers' fault.
Water Lake. Well,
They firing niggas that just won a championship.
Because Frank Vogel,
They fired niggas just right at championship. I bet.
David Blatt too.
Nah, that was before. That was
Yeah,
before
that
he
was
won
right
the championship.
yeah, they got to the finals and then fired him.
Yeah, so-
yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Vogel.
You ain't
And the
really care about
Bucks.
Frank.
It was-
I was about to
it's
say,
the Bucks and the
them
Lakers.
Them firing Bud was crazy.
It was back to back. Niggas said, all right, well, fuck
But
y'all
no,
win
yeah,
championship.
that was crazy.
Wait, Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr been the coach before.
Oh, yeah, Steve
2020.
Kerr. Yeah, you're right. So Steve Kerr is supposed to.
I forgot about Kerr
But Steve Kerr, we know
We
how he
always
got his
forget
job in the
about
first
Steve Kerr.
place.
because he just rolled the ball up.
Man,
Steph, please.
please.
Steph, please. Hey, shout out Steph Curry, man. Shout out Steph Curry, Kevin
Why?
Durant, LeBron James. Because I've been saying it all season. I'm going to say it again. It's the end of the season now, bro. Appreciate these GOATs while we still got them, dog. Because they
Motherfucking goat.
getting old, man. They getting old and they not going to be playing forever.
Of the names you just named, we got a maximum 4 years.
I
All
would say.
combined?
Because all
No. Well,
I would
think
say a maximum for either one of them, the maximum is 4 years.
Yeah,
I would
I think
say
Steph going to be around
Curry.
the longest. He probably
He's
4 more
30.
years.
He's 38 right now. He'll be 38 one next
oh
year.
damn. Well, maybe 3.
You know what I'm saying? Next year
I
will be his
want
30
to like he can do
Next year
4.
will be his 38. I mean, no. Next year will be KD's 38 season. Next year will be Steph's 37 season.
Right.
Oh,
I was
okay, I
about to say,
see.
'cause I think
Yeah,
Steph's 36. Yeah. So I think Steph maybe will play till he's 40. KD probably done at 39. Bron
KD gonna get 40.
just gonna retire.
I think KD gonna push
Think
40
KD gonna
because he
get
just
40?
don't give a fuck. He just out there
He's a
shooting.
ball.
He just hooping.
You're right. He is just a hooper.
Yeah,
He
so-
don't care about winning.
Yeah,
he
so
just
KD
wanna,
wait.
Bro, he's-
What you mean he don't care about
Bro,
winning?
he said it. He just wants to perfect his craft. Like, because he got into it with someone on Twitter that was like, you ain't done nothing since you left the Warriors. You haven't won. Like, your teams, like, you've underperformed. And he's like, are you talking about me as an individual or are you
Yeah.
talking about my teams?
Yeah.
If you're talking about my teams, then that's a different conversation. But if you're talking about me personally And that's all he seems to care about right now is being the best basketball player he can be, which is valid. Like he's earned that.
I'm a hooper. Nigga,
Right. He's a GOAT. He's a legend. So if that's how he wants to spend the rest of his career, shout out to him. He smoke weed every day, and who?
He do. So
he told Letterman that. Letterman was like, "You smoke every day." He's like, "I'm high right now."
Shout out to KD, man.
So, yeah, shout out KD. Shout out Steph. Shout out LeBron, bro.
Yeah. So I say 4 years max, bro.
Okay. Well, let's go and get into our.
Wait, before we get to the next one, who do y'all think the Knicks' next coach will be? If y'all had to pick somebody.
Taylor Jenkins.
I'm thinking Mike Malone.
I think it's still gonna be Jason Kidd.
I don't think it's Mike Malone just because I feel like he's just too similar to what Tibbs was.
Oh yeah, no nonsense.
Yeah.
I think it's still gonna be Jason Kidd.
I mean, it's possibility.
I don't think it's gonna be J. Kidd,
but
man.
It's possible.
Possibility, but
you seen Ron Artest say he wanted?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Taylor Jenkins. Yeah. Yeah, it won't be an unknown
or
assistant.
it might be Rick Brunson.
Knicks, y'all need to hire a fucking coach. Y'all are wild. Go get a coach.
They're the only ones with a coaching vacancy right now.
Y'all is just in the conference finals. The hell is going on?
For the first time in
25 years.
25 years.
Not like y'all do this every day. Like, hey, that's the Knicks for you, huh?
Do y'all think Tibbs finds another job this season?
Nope.
The only job open is the job to just fire his ass.
Good point.
He will be broadcasting, and I don't want to see him do that shit.
No, he can't go back to broadcasting.
He wanted a few coaches that his broadcast.
Bro, I just saw that clip of him like
using that Jelly.
Oh wait, that nigga talk.
I think he was off of Adderall because he was stuck.
He's off them.
But what is he gonna do though? Because he ain't got no wife and kids.
He's just gonna chill.
Yeah, do his investments and stuff.
Enjoy a year off. Maybe he'll be assistant coach somewhere on someone's bench.
Maybe he'll go do high school or college.
And some Jeff Van Gundy shit. Hey, what if it's Jeff Van Gundy?
If Tom Thibodeau come
back to the Knicks,
yeah, coach my high school, I'll be very upset.
He can be
Tom Thibodeau as a high school coach would be crazy. Hey,
he winning though.
He gonna get some people. He gonna get some people to the league.
Facts.
Because his starter's gonna be playing 38 out of 40 minutes.
Somewhere. He gonna be a defensive coordinator somewhere.
That nigga gonna turn into Bobby Knight.
They need to get a job, Sam Cassell. I don't know what happened to Sam Cassell.
Sam was.
He used to be.
He's the greatest.
I think he has assistant coach.
He
might be on the Clippers assistant coach and stuff or something.
No, he's still with the Celtics.
Oh, he's still with the Celtics.
Yeah. But he was in coaching head coach talks for like 5-6 years.
Maybe he don't want it.
Maybe he figured out that that's something that he just
don't want to do.
Maybe
I'm just too chill of a nigga and I want to stay in the background and really just develop
and do what I do.
I don't want to do all the extra head coach shit.
That's possible.
Once you get in there, you kind of see what them different responsibilities is, and he might not want to take that on.
You feel me?
TJ McConnell going off.
Yeah, that might
he should really start. He should really start Game 6.
You think so?
Over half.
Nah, you can't. You can't fuck up the like relevant rotation. But I'm not putting Halle back.
Because he fuck around and start and have the worst game of the year.
I'm not putting Halle back in until the last 2 minutes.
Might as well.
2.5.
But you're right. Yeah. If you start him, he might have his worst game of the series because he's just not used to
start. Yeah, so and then it's gonna be the crowd gonna be stupid. So I don't need your adrenaline going crazy in the first 5 minutes. You got there 3 turnovers.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna be bad.
TJ, my second favorite white boy.
I know what you did last.
Third favorite.
They making what? See, this is the shit I'm talking about.
AR-15.
Who asked for them to remake this movie?
Nobody.
I know what you did last summer.
I want to see the new Final Destination though.
I don't do that. I'll start watching them, boy.
For real?
I mean, but like, I'm gonna go see it because I like horror movies, but we could have made a different name. And because and then I'm not gonna lie to you because we couldn't hear it, but I'm gonna be real pissed off if it's the exact same movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably that we in remake season. A lot of shit just be.
That's terrible, though. Why we gotta be the generation where all our shit gotta get remade?
That's nasty.
Third quarter bench points 20-0.
All the new movies we get is remakes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's BS.
While I'm saying that, shout out to Tyler Perry. I know he gets a lot of flack for what he said, for what he does. But if y'all haven't seen the new movie, then I could. And so I was. This was his best work.
For real? It's better than A Family That Prays?
Yeah. Now
movie crazy.
Now the bitch now yeah, she went through a lot of shit, but the flip that he did on that motherfucker is the best flip he's ever did in his life. It's not just your typical black woman struggle. I mean, it is.
It is.
I mean, it is. But to
the extreme.
But no. See, that's the thing. You gonna make me ruin the movie.
I'm not trying to ruin it either.
You gonna make me ruin the movie.
I just feel completely opposite of you.
The flip is why.
You seen it?
You gotta understand. The flip is what took away all the like it being extremely crazy.
I get that part, but
how crazy?
Did you understand? Did you understand?
Most of the movie happens in the first 10 minutes.
Did you understand the flip?
I did, and I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, as long as I know that you really understood the flip.
I did, but this is my biggest
now the first 10 minutes. No, yeah, it's gonna overstimulate you real fast.
15 minutes.
Is it like crazy?
It's gonna overstate. Like, no, it's not crazy. She's just gonna have a lot of shit happen to her in the first. Yeah, like in the first 15 minutes, it's gonna get you. It's gonna get you right to the point. He ain't gonna waste no time and bullshit you.
I did shed a tear. I ain't to you.
I was very, very close. I was very, very close.
One of them dropped.
It was like
came up their right side.
It was really during the flip when it got to me. Once the mama picked up the phone and she got I was.
They had got me earlier. Whenever
Oh no! Did it get you when she was giving the speech?
Nah.
When she and everybody and she was talking to everybody, she was on the phone.
Yeah.
That's where it got you.
I ain't gonna lie. I started getting a little.
Because it was like, damn.
So should I watch it?
Yeah, you should watch it.
Still,
you should watch it. Yeah, it's. Now, what would you think that his best work is?
The Family That Prays or Acrimony.
Acrimony was really good.
Acrimony
really was really good.
Acrimony is gonna be what I would choose, but you can't go wrong with the Medea plays.
Oh, them plays?
You can't put the. I'm talking.
That's why I ain't saying.
We ain't talking plays.
That's why I ain't saying.
Medea goes to jail to play. It's hilarious.
Movie ass.
The movie was ass.
Hey, movie ass.
Now,
play amazing.
The only one
family reunion movie.
The family reunion. The only ones that she really was the family reunion and Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Those are the only ones. Those only ones that she took from the plays and made into the movie. Then why I'm saying she like it was
Tyler. You know, when I first realized that, I said, bro, what the fuck is this?
I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first got but yeah, Tyler Perry was he that's the only two that I feel like he was able to transition from the play to movie wise. And that's why I said it was his best work, because I feel like anybody could have made Diary of a Mad Black Woman type shit, but I don't think a lot of writers could have made that flip that he did with Straw.
Tight. I can see that. I mean,
hey.
We'll get y'all thoughts in the comments. How y'all feel about it?
I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have said it. Hey, because I ain't gonna lie to you, because his BET Awards acceptance speech was out of pocket. Because he was like, basically like, I know I did what y'all bitches always talk about I do, but y'all shot me up to #1 anyways.
So
thank y'all for watching.
And I got another one.
And he said I got another one coming that y'all finna shoot to #1 in a couple weeks. Divorce Sisters.
Black people.
Something about them niggas.
He know.
He's like, all I gotta do is drop it.
Drop it. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna talk shit about it, but I bet y'all gonna watch it. I bet y'all gonna watch it. Now, Tyler Perry, you make too much money. I will say this, and this has been a criticism.
Tyler Perry, can you get us down to the studio, man?
Because you seen he put Mojo on the show. He did. He put Mojo on the show too. He put Mojo on the show, and Mojo was basically in that bit doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, like he do on his Instagram. So I'm saying, shout out to Tyler Perry. But I will say this: you gotta do better with the wigs. You making too much money for the wigs you be putting on those people, bro.
Wigs, horror.
Especially because Medea shit be laid down.
Bruh, I don't know
Medea shit on the scalp.
I don't know not nothing about a wig, weave, installment, but when I see it,
Taraji in this movie, bro, her wig looks really.
I mean, but it had a reason for her to be crazy. Shit.
She was supposed to be looking all.
Yeah, she was supposed to be
because of the first 15 minutes of the goddamn movie. So
yeah,
I'm telling you, you gonna be like, goddamn.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, you gotta see it. Yeah, Straw. It's on Netflix. Netflix.
All right, bet.
It's
Yeah.
on the flicks. You got the flicks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it's on the flicks.
I say you should, man. It's $16.
I'm not saying. Plus, everybody knows somebody that got Netflix.
And I'm sure on somebody else's Netflix.
Same. Shout out moms.
Shout out Vi Dukes. Now, actually, I need to talk to her because it kicked me out. Cause we,
Yeah, you gonna do it. And that's exactly my point.
So I
That's
gotta-
why I just go pay for mine.
So if you seeing this, Mom, can you text me the password?
we not in
back?
the same household, though.
We
boy.
not in the same household, but I do need that one more time. Yeah, thank you. All right, on to the next segment, real quick.
Who
man.
says no?
Who says no?
And no means no.
And no means no. I'll be giving a breakdown of a trade proposal that could potentially happen this offseason, and we'll go ahead and give our thoughts on it. First up, Boston and Golden State. And before I even say the players, I just want to say I don't think these two teams should be trading with each other. No way. For many other reasons, but we'll just get into it. Golden State will receive Kristaps Porzingis, while the Boston Celtics will receive Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, Trace Jackson Davis, and Guy Santos.
Geese.
Guy Santos.
Guy.
Geese.
Guy Santos.
Santos.
Yes. That's the
The
trade.
white boy with the headband.
With the headband and the curly hair. Yeah.
Him.
What y'all think about that?
Who says no? Honestly, it's hard for me to say who says no for this.
Warriors say no. They need to be worried about getting younger, like they had the opportunity to with Jordan.
No,
Poole.
they tried that and
Because
it
they
failed.
had their opportunity.
They tried
that's
that
exactly why
and they
shouldn't.
failed miserably.
No, they didn't
Miserably.
fail.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
Well,
they did.
no,
They failed
They
miserably.
failed, but they had the
st-
chance.
They failed so
Oh
bad.
my goodness.
And the best young player that they did get out of that
They
situation,
traded.
They should have kept him.
they
That's my thing.
one of their other leaders knocked his ass
Punched
out.
him in the face.
He
That's
ain't
what
been
I'm
right
saying. They
since.
should have kept him. So now what do we do?
He
We
ain't
trade
been
more
right
of our
Though.
young talent.
They didn't though.
But
didn't keep
we can't ignore the fact that they had the number 2 pick,
I get what you're
James
saying.
Wiseman.
and
He
they
who no longer plays for the team.
They
So
drafted.
we gonna
drafted
continue-
Kuminga. They drafted Kuminga over Franz
who was getting DMPs
And-
in the playoffs.
and Tyrese Halliburton.
So what you're saying is that was bad, correct?
Yeah, so don't do it again.
That's what this is. Them trading away young pieces.
No,
I'm saying no.
no. You need to don't do the 2 timeline. You need to just go in and be full fledged. We contending with Steph. and them. Don't go young until Steph and them gone.
It's not going young, but giving away the young pieces that you already have that are helping.
I mean, Moses Moody the only young player they really giving up because they ain't. They ain't
Buddy is obviously contributing.
a couple days.
That's
Out
all,
the week.
that's all you need. As you see, that the teams in the finals, they only need they role players to pop in 1 or 2 games sometimes and just complete.
But the Warriors need to get bigger.
I understand
regardless.
that. But is Porzingis even playing? Because you know what they saying about him, by Big
Yeah, they say he
KP.
gonna play. They gonna figure it out.
You think so?
Yeah.
He barely liable to only play 50 games next season.
Hey, that's all they need.
I think the Warriors say no because they just don't believe in getting bigs.
I believe
Draymond Green is the
I ain't
best
gonna lie
big
to
in the
you.
league,
I
too.
ain't gonna lie to you. If they do get a big, I think it'll be a different big than Kristaps though. So I do believe the Warriors say no.
They're not getting no bigs, bro. We've been talking about them getting a big for
I mean,
10
they tried.
years.
They tried. Like I said, James Wiseman just was an epic failure.
Oh man, yeah, that was pretty bad. They could have did better.
I think the Celtics would jump on that deal.
Celtics
Yeah, to
getting rid of
get that
Porzingis
contract
too.
out of there. Yeah.
Kristaps always unhealthy when they need him the most.
Yeah. And with Jason Tatum hurt, you get more pieces to play in the rotation.
And with the new salary,
Like I said,
Second
yeah. Like I said,
April.
you get off that salary, so that helps. So
because
so
they've
I
already
believe-
said they're not getting rid of JB. They're not getting rid of Derek White.
I think they should get rid
Well, they
of,
said they're listening. If
Yeah.
For Derek White?
for Jalen Brown.
For Jalen Brown? Oh, did they say they're not getting rid of Jason Tatum and Derek White? Maybe. They always listen.
I
for
mean,
Jalen
but
Brown.
shit, if you
Just 'cause.
if you can get a Desmond Bane package, then yeah, you can get a Derek White too.
If Derek White gonna go for 4 first rounders,
That's what I said. If
I'll take 4 from him and 5 from
And
Jason.
I wouldn't
and
say
five for
Desmond
Brown.
Bane that much better than Derek White. So
I don't know if he is the way
Exactly.
that Derek White been playing.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Probably the
So,
best role player.
so if you can get a Desmond
'Cause
Bane type
honestly,
package for
Desmond-
Derek White, I'm sorry, Derek White, you gotta go.
Honestly, Desmond Bane numbers might have been a little bit inflated due to the fact that
That job was hurt?
Job been hurt and suspended for half the tenure he been there.
Yeah.
So he did average 20 something, but I mean shit.
I think he.
But I think
he knows
Desmond
how-
Bane is
And I'm
a
not
great.
saying that to take nothing away from. Well,
I think he's a
guess
very
I
good
am.
scorer. Oh my god, these
Yeah.
niggas gonna choke this game.
We'll see.
They're
10
gonna do
minutes.
it.
Got a lot of
They're
time.
gonna do it.
6 minutes.
They went down at halftime at by 14 points, and that's exactly what they wanted to be. They said the game starts now.
Fact.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They don't play good for being, and that's why they lost the game in game 4. These niggas don't play good when they have the upper hand.
And
they
they
gotta
start
be the
playing
underdog.
reluctant. Yeah. They
They
got to
gotta
be
be
the
counted
underdog
out
because
for
it goes
them
into their
to play
favor
well.
of playing with pace, playing aggressive on defense, getting
That does make sense.
getting the ball and going.
It
Whenever
tries.
you play not in your, you know what I'm saying, not in your scheme.
I still think
It
that.
happens.
I mean, I don't know, man. Shay showed me something in game 4 and 4.
You better show me something again.
They don't really have an answer for him.
So yeah, who says no? I'm gonna go with Golden State on the other one.
I agree
Yeah, I
with
think
Golden
Golden
State.
State
You got
says
that.
no, for
Okay.
sure.
So I got one more we're going to cook up for you. Between the two teams of the Miami Heat and the Atlanta Hawks. What do y'all think about Trae Young hitting the beach, going to Venice, going down to Miami in exchange for
Free Trae Young.
free Trae Young? That's how you feel? Okay. In exchange for Terry
Shit.
Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic,
Mm-hmm.
Pele Larson, who I
Shout out
don't
to
even know.
Pele.
I don't even know who the hell that is. 2025 first and a 2030 first.
Pele go hard.
Hey man, shout out to Pele.
I mean, I should
think
know
he'd
him.
say
That's my
no.
favorite team.
I think that he'd say no. That's too much. I think that's giving up too much for Trey.
Yeah, see it as
Especially
I
for
don't.
your starting backcourt
see
to
it-
be Trae Young and Tyler Hero. No defense being played. at
I
all.
mean, when you got Bam and Khalil, you don't really, you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm the Hawks, I'm saying no to that.
I don't know about the Hawks saying no to that.
I think the Hawks.
They come off that contract.
Yeah.
I think in that aspect, the Hawks, Trae Young will be undervalued, man. Terry Rozier not doing nothing. Duncan Robinson almost out the league. Jaime Jaquez is a very nice piece. Nikola Jovic could be.
A very nice piece.
And then 2 first-round picks. Trae Young's probably worth
And
more than
Pele.
that.
And Pele, you can't forget Pele
Shout
You
out to
got
Pele,
three
Pele, my
young. You
fault.
got 3 young players.
Yeah.
to build around your
To
other
build
young
around.
players that you just drafted
Yeah.
with Zachary, Ricochet.
Yeah.
And Jalen Johnson was
Dyson
hurt last year.
Daniels.
And so
Jalen
Jay
Johnson.
Johnson
With
becomes the
Jalen
lead
Johnson
player.
coming back. Jalen Dyson.
I mean, but Jalen Dyson,
Zachary.
a nuke one, that nigga,
Oh yeah, I knew.
Oh yeah.
him.
Big
O.
Aneka Okongwu.
him,
Big O.
a Kongu,
Double O. Just call him Double O.
Dyson, a Kongu, Jalen Johnson
They
coming
really
back,
like
Trae
the
Young.
alliteration, huh? They got Jalen Johnson, they got Dyson Daniels, they got Aneka Okongwu.
Yep.
They
But
like
you-
the double letters.
Yeah.
thing.
So and then I believe Atlanta says no because I
Yeah.
believe and Zachary Reese and Trae Young. I believe that's a 5 that can compete in the East next year.
You say you think Atlanta says no?
Yeah, I think that's a 5 that can compete in the East next year.
So
They
you
was-
think
they was
say
hurt
yes
this
to
year.
that trade?
They say no.
Trae Young is nice, man.
They don't give
Atlanta
up.
says no to
Yeah,
that
I don't
trade?
think. Yeah, I think we keep Trae Young and we run with, like I said, Trae Young, Dyson Daniel. We bring back a healthy Jalen Johnson, Zachary Reese into his second year, a
Interesting.
Nekwa, and then there you go. We got
I think-
that's a good 5.
I
That's how I
think
feel.
Miami says no just because I don't like Tyler Hero and Trae Young being my starting backcourt. Like,
Oh, thinking
And I
about
say
it like
Ty-
that. That
and
is.
I say Tyler, and I say Trae Young just not a good fit in Miami. I believe with KD wanting to come to Miami, we use those assets to try to get KD.
KD them. to
I
South
figured out
Beach?
what KD why he want to go over
taxes.
there. Yes, them taxes,
No
boy.
taxes, yeah.
He said he want to go to Houston,
Yeah, you want to
San
go to
Antonio, or Miami.
Texas, for sure.
No income state tax. So when he
Or
get
Houston.
that yeah, that's what I'm saying. Texas and Florida. Yeah, so if he hit touchdown,
Houston,
hey,
San Antonio, Dallas,
he trying to get that money on. I ain't gonna lie.
Colorado.
So yeah, I'm going. Yeah, so shout out to the KD future Miami Heat. You know, greatest
That's where you.
organization all the time.
That's where you want. I know that's where you want to see him.
Greatest organization all the time.
But where do you think he ends up?
Miami.
He might not go to Miami just off the strength that Bron played there.
I don't
He
think-
said
I don't
he
think
wanted to
Bron-
go.
I don't think he give a fuck about that. He want to go there, so I don't
He
think
wanna
he give
go.
a fuck about that.
Niggas say they want to go places.
So
all
he
the
gonna
time.
go to Miami. So you feel me? We gonna be in Miami. He gonna be 30 at 3-5. Gonna be in
I ain't
Miami.
gonna lie. I think he going to San Antonio. I think they got
San
enough
Antonio
assets.
ain't giving up their assets for that
Yeah,
nigga,
I
bro.
say, I'm not.
They'll give it up for
They
KD.
not giving it up for KD, bro.
I mean, they don't got to give a lot.
He'll end up a Rocket before he end up a Spurs.
I wouldn't mind that either.
So
I would not mind that either.
The Spurs are gonna be focused on building their timeline
Facts.
with these young niggas.
Only superstar Spurs trading for is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And
I'll
they
put that
ain't
package
probably ain't
together
even
for
trading
him,
for that
too.
nigga.
I'm giving up anything but Fox, Castle, and Wemby. I ain't gonna lie. To be honest,
Fox can go.
I mean,
If we
Nah,
going,
If push come to shove, I'm
if we
gonna let
if
go
we
Fox.
drafting Dylan Harper, Fox is out of there.
If
you don't
push
think
come
that
to
you don't
shove,
think that pick is included?
No, we're not giving up the number 2 pick for Giannis. That's off the table, nigga. Don't call my phone if you ask for the number 2.
If push come to shove, I'm getting off. D Fox.
Yeah, then D Fox can go.
I mean, nah. I think you need a good point guard. That's all.
That's what Dylan Harper's for. And they're the same
He
type of
He's
player.
more of a 2 guard.
No, he's a point. He's
And
more.
you can bring back CP3 for a minimum.
So De'Aaron can go. We need some shooters over here.
We'll see.
Because him and De'Aaron both can't shoot. And Stephon can't shoot either. So Wimby will be the only nigga in the lineup that can shoot.
2-point game.
Get into it.
This is crazy.
I told you about this finals, man. It's really been.
De'Aaron Fox is
Doing
getting
that
booted.
You think so?
Yep.
In the Giannis trade?
In any trade.
Not in the KD trade. But what if they fuck around and trade him and nah, they
They
ain't
fuck
gonna
around and
get
go
him.
get Trey Young.
Nah.
Why?
Yeah, Trey Young and Wemby.
They was talking about that earlier. They was talking about that. Imagine giving up D Fox 14. Was it 14? Pick 14 and like
I'm giving you
Devin
that.
Vassell or something.
I'm not putting Vassell in that trade for Trey Young. That's too much.
Back
You
up
said,
to
you
7
said
just like
14.
that.
You said 14 Fox
14
and
Fox.
Vassell. That's entirely too much for Trey Young.
I don't think so.
That is entirely too much for Trey Young.
So what would be your package?
You can get Sohan, 14, Keldon Johnson, and something like that, but you ain't getting Vassell.
So you would keep Fox and have Fox and Trae Young?
Oh well, yeah, that's Fox too. That's what I'm saying. Especially if Fox is in this trade, you're definitely not getting Fox and Vassell.
Yeah, you're not getting both.
You're not getting Fox
So-
and Vassell.
Fox
So yeah,
and-
you get Fox, Keldon Johnson,
Fox
14,
and 14.
And
That's it.
Sohan.
And
You one of the two. You either get Sohan or
But yeah, you really only get one of the two.
Sohan
Because
or
I throw Harrison
Let's
Barnes.
not act like Trae
I
Young
throw
is
Harrison
Trae
Barnes in
Young.
there.
That's
you
why that's
you
what
getting
I'm
Trae
Harrison.
Young is fucking.
I mean,
nice.
but you getting De'Aaron Fox. Them two ain't that far away from each
and
other.
I throw a second round pick in there too. Bet.
So you gonna get you gonna get Harrison Barnes too to match the contracts up. Keldon Johnson, 14, and De'Aaron Fox. But that's not happening.
Nah, probably not. Because what's the point? You might as well just keep Fox.
Yeah, if we not and keep the other assets.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it.
But
I don't know. It's gonna be.
if
I
we
think,
drafting Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox got to go.
bro, it better. I hope it's a fun offseason. I think it's gonna be a fun
It's
offseason.
it's finna get spicy. My
NBA
sources,
offseasons be crazy.
my
bro.
sources called me yesterday and let me know that it's finna start heating up, and that was before the trade happened. So I knew something was going down. I ain't
yeah.
know. That's what my insider's been
Yeah.
letting
So
me
you
know.
got any insight on who's getting traded next? Like what the next big blockbuster might be? Any team?
The next one gonna be KD.
Yeah, KD,
He
for
gonna
sure.
get KD
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
KD
KD
for
for
sure.
sure.
So,
After KD
before the
is,
draft, it's gonna happen before the draft.
they're telling me yes.
All right.
That's what they're telling me. EK three-way sources is that's what they tell
Yeah,
me.
you heard it here first.
I'm gonna let you know every time. But after that is when the dominoes will start falling, and some surprising faces are gonna be on the trade block. I can't tell you yet, but be on the lookout, man. Be on the lookout.
According to sources.
According to sources.
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another awesome episode of Talk That Talk. Where
Yes,
we talk
sir.
that talk and we walk that walk. You feel me?
Make sure
Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, follow us on
Yes,
all
yes.
social media.
Yes.
Leave
Leave any comments. You know, y'all got any questions y'all want us?
Yeah,
We be
talk to
checking the
me.
comments out. You know, so make sure y'all leave any
We
comments.
appreciate all the
anything
love.
Y'all wanna say to
Appreciate
us.
that.
We appreciate all y'all that tune in all the time. So
And we gonna watch the end of this motherfucking game, y'all.
Yee-yee.
peace.
Peace.